After 19 seasons, Criminal Minds is permanently saying goodbye to one essential character from the original series. Since the 2022 continuation picked up 2 years after the initial series finale, Criminal Minds has made many changes to its formula, hoping to set the reboot apart from the CBS original. Some alterations, like moving away from the censorship of its TV-14 past and embracing a new, TVMA identity, have undeniably changed the series for the better. Nevertheless, Criminal Minds' evolution has taken just as many big swings that fans saw as misses, especially when the changes retcon the original run's ending. When the reboot first premiered, Jennifer J.J. Jarrow, A.J. Cook, was one of the few remaining original characters of Criminal Minds, alongside Penelope Garcia, Kirsten Vangsness, and later additions to the team like Emily Prentice, Paget Brewster, David Roxy, Joe Mantegna, Tara Lewis, Aisha Tyler, and Luke Alvez, Adam Rodriguez. The only non-BAU member to carry over from the original show's main cast was Will Josh Stewart, JJ's beloved husband. His apparent distance from the main plot's action did nothing to protect him, however, as Will tragically died at the start of Criminal Minds Season 18. Regardless, the character's sudden departure wasn't the end of his story. Rather, JJ spent the bulk of Season 18 mourning her late husband, reflecting on their life together and struggling to stay strong for their 2 children. Plus, Will was mentioned constantly throughout the season, remaining a pivotal figure who haunted the narrative every time JJ was on screen. Yet, Criminal Minds Season 19 has seemingly introduced a brand new storyline for JJ that will effectively make Will a character of the past. Criminal Minds Season 19 sets up a new direction for JJ's grief. Saying goodbye to their home is saying goodbye to Will all over again. Given how important he was to JJ's entire arc, it never felt like Will truly disappeared. Criminal Minds Season 19, Episode 1 completely changed that, however, by having JJ immediately undergo a major life change, moving. Alongside sons Henry and Michael, JJ enlisted Penelope's help to pack up the house she shared with Will, essentially closing the door on their family home to make space for new life. The scene was a somber affair, with soundbites of JJ and Will's most important relationship milestones accompanying her wistful goodbye. There was some practicality to the family relocating, but the most consequential impact it had on the overarching narrative was shifting focus for JJ's Season 19 storyline. Instead of Will being the most important character in her life, even posthumously, JJ's attention has now shifted to Henry, who is months away from leaving home for college. To make matters worse, he has his sights set on a school in California, meaning he'll be on the opposite side of the country. As a result, JJ is transitioning out of her widow era to tackle her imminent empty nester syndrome. Season 19's first episode has already made the switch, as JJ's closing scene saw her comforted by the reminder that Henry still needs her, even if it's just for laundry advice. Of course, she isn't completely over Will, nor will she ever be, but JJ moving away and prioritizing Henry indicates that she, and Criminal Minds Season 19 as a whole, is ready to leave his ghost in the past. Will's death in Criminal Minds Season 18 cut deep, but it was necessary. The tragedy completely changed JJ's character in Criminal Minds' evolution. To an extent, Criminal Minds backed itself into a corner with Will's death, but it served the reboot well from a narrative perspective. Very quickly, the original series understood the power of one of Criminal Minds' major character deaths. They could mark the end of an era, inspire a character to turn their life around, or simply rattle the audience beyond belief. Yet, when Will collapsed in Season 18, it was difficult to find any merit in it. Beyond the pain of losing an original series regular, it felt as though Will's death was written purely for the shock value. As the season progressed, however, it became clearer that JJ's character needed the type of change that could only be roused by a personal loss. Since losing Will, JJ has been a far more proactive profiler, taking center stage during group scenes and providing invaluable insight on the episodic cases. Though it may sound counterintuitive, JJ's loss was Criminal Minds' evolution's gain, and the crime drama is now switching gears to shake up her character once again.